Fala, meu povo, estamos aqui. Vamos iniciar aqui a gameplay desse jogaço aqui de PS5. Estamos começando mais uma jornada em busca do Alan. E normal, né? Primeira jogatina. Vamos lá.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In
E
a
é
horror
isso.
story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
Joguei o Alan Wake 1
This is not the story I hoped it would be.
no PC e depois eu
This is not
joguei
the ending I wanted.
no PS5.
This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster.
Eu gostei bastante.
And monsters wear many faces.
Agora eu tô jogando o 2, né? Pra continuar, pra mim saber como vai ser esse desfecho. O gráfico ficou muito top. Quem joga com esse povo? Esse me quebra. Esse mundo velho cabeludo. Eu só vi algumas gameplays no início, né? Não cheguei a ver muito pra não receber spoiler, né? A câmera é bem perto, né? Então, pegar a bunda do cara, velho. Isso aí você me quebra, lá ele. Lá ele. Por que cortar essa câmera vai um pouco pra cima? Né? Ficar vendo essa bunda velha aí. Sacanagem. Oi. Não sei de quem, mas estamos correndo. Ai, que susto. Meu Deus. Que susto, velho. É, acho que ele aqui não tem nada pra coletar não, né? Com esse cara não. Ah, bunda de. Oh, me mata logo, né? Eu tenho medo de vocês. Oh, nossa. Facada no lombo. Deu ruim. Matou o bundura do lago. Tchum. Bem, bem terrorzão. E esse
Hey, kiddo.
headset bom aqui.
How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
O gráfico ficou muito nova geração, né?
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear.
Começou.
I'll check out that map.
Começou o gráfico muito. Vá até cena do crime.
Memorizing. Before
Claro,
we
esse
swallowed up by the trees.
vídeo aqui vai ser basicamente uma primeira hora. E os outros vídeos as continuações vai ser maiores, né? Mais de 1 hora. Acredito que 2 horas e meia. Para não ficar tanto vídeo assim no canal, né? Que o jogo é grande. Então, vamos lá. Que nós estamos aqui, né? Estacionamento, chalé de aluguel. Aqui é um lago.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Wait, hey, over here. Hey there, Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Como assim? Eu vi.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night. Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here, waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Esse policialzinho é doido.
Are they gone? These fucking out-of-towners. We can handle this ourselves if they just stay the hell out of it. All of them.
Before we get to
Estamos.
the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
O quadro de causas é uma técnica mental que permite a saga análise de pistas e avanço na investigação. Ok. Entendi. Isso aqui eu vi. Hum, perfil do assassino. É,
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
não pausa o jogo fazer isso não, hein, galera. Tem que ser quando tá safe.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
É bem sensível a câmera.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Tava longe, hein? Ver aqui onde que eu tô. O local do crime então bem longe ainda, né? O local do corpo achado.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Try explaining it one more time. How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan? Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now, he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tar. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Vamos lá.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Beleza. Beleza.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Coração.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Vamos lá.
Doesn't look right.
É luva.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Isso.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
E a câmera. Mais alguma pista aqui? Vamos ver se tem mais alguma pista aqui.
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Lavar mãos, tirar frango da geladeira, tirar soneca. Vamos ver aqui.
A creepy twig sculpture? I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Ó. Ó. Dois pra cima, dois pra baixo. Vamos ver aqui.
I've been doing some deep research online, and I know how to keep confidential matters confidential. Look, I get that the UFO thing was a joke, but you're probably trying to joke about it, right? To deflect, hide the truth from the average Joe.
Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Ao contrário. Não, só tô. Não é reto, não. Tem que estar na parede esse daqui. Aí, ó. Esse aqui. Tem um aqui também que é só.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Vou procurar aqui, né? Mas. Tranquilo. Tem vários desenhos. Tem vários desenhos. Tem que achar uma coisa que tem. O lago é um esconderijo. Rapaz, eu achei que ia ter alguma coisa, né?
Hey, Casey. What's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Aqui tem os formatos, né? Só que tem vários. Aí você me quebra. Como é que eu vou descobrir qual é a chave do trem, gente? Se tivesse alguma anotação aí, né? Moça, agora que eu peguei lavar mãos, tirar frango da geladeira. Por aqui, tá aqui. Ó, esse. Tem alguma pia aqui? Tirar um soneco. Quarto ali tem alguma coisa?
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side Slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Então, esse aqui é o último. Esse aqui. Aqui, ó. Esse. Esse. E aqui. Deitado. Aqui. Lavar mãos.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Isso aqui, isso foi, isso aqui, isso aqui. Munição. Aqui o quê? Eu acho que agora não tem que afastar muito assim daqui, né?
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Hum, tem. Não tem agora. Quadro de casos.
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Hum, vamos ver.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Interagir.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual.
Entendi.
And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person.
Esse início do game é bem verticativo, né?
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. This mug always cheers me up. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
O Valon que escreveu.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Que sim.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Não faz mesmo.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Ugh. Okay. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Então aí, galera, nós ficamos por aí.
Hey, you made it back. Good.
Está chegando a nossa primeira
You
hora.
didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding
É
down
isso
there,
aí.
huh? Just like I
Tamo
said.
junto, até a próxima.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies.